What's going on, everybody? It is I, Jacob Moore, the self-proclaimed sports analyst. And you know who else is with me? Lane, who else is here?
Well, there's one person who's not here.
He is stuffing his face with mac and cheese.
It's like, is he like, I'm like, did like John Cena give him some powers? Like, did I not see him? Like, what? John Cena like revealed the magical powers, and Dan Moore now all of a sudden it's invincible like John Cena.
You know what? Anything can happen when Timothy goes to school, but it's a Saturday, so I'm sure Mr. Moore will join us very soon. But Lane, how are you feeling right now for the Leafs game tonight? Like,
that's how I'm feeling. In all honesty, like, I don't know if I should check myself into a mental hospital. Or if I should try to get on depression medicine, because it's somewhere in between going mentally insane to the point where I need to be locked in, like Stewie Griffin when he's in his room going, or you're like, I don't know. I'm in between Stewie Griffin and Eeyore.
There are some lineup changes tonight.
Well, that's good.
Mr. Nylander's back.
Oh, he is back. I thought he was good. I heard he wasn't going to play today.
Nope. Nylander's playing. For some reason, Domi's back in the lineup. Simone Benoit unfortunately had to leave for a family matter, so he will not be playing in this one. Philip Myers draws back into the lineup. And Calle Jarnkrok and Marcelli are both out of the lineup. I have no idea why Jarnkrok's out of the lineup. I don't understand that. But before we get into that, let's get into the comment sections. Your brother knows who Tragically Hip is. I know who Tragically Hip is. But I will give Dan credit.
They got that one song about the Leafs where it's
most songs about the Leafs now are just
won the cup. They didn't win another because they have Austin Matthews
but
in the lineup.
Lane, Key feels your pain. As remember, she's an Elks fan. And they've gone from glory to terrible over the last 10 plus years.
Jacob, correct me if I'm wrong. The Elks are that franchise. Did they win a Grey Cup in the middle 2000s, right? Or am I just tripping?
I think it's 2012, 2013 around.
I thought so. I'm pretty sure the Elks have all that.
But I mean, let's be honest. The Elks have been, I actually think they've turned a corner. That's definitely for another episode, but I do think the Elks have turned a corner.
Yeah, I was I'm pretty sure. At least Key, at least you've had seen a championship since you were born. I still haven't seen. It's been black and white since the last time this team did anything decent in the playoffs.
That's sadly very true.
At least you got to see your team league we are the champions.
Lane, you just got to pick up NHL 26. It's on sale on Black Friday.
No.
And then you can see the Leafs win.
No, because they can't even win there. The game doesn't allow you.
But
I've played at least this franchise mode, and you get to the second round, the game just no, sir.
He feels the way about the new CFO rules the way you do about the Leafs.
Fair enough. I don't know. I still don't think it's gonna be.
I still don't mind the rule changes.
I feel like we have to see them now before we can really go crazy.
And what I'm actually excited for is the CFL fantasy leagues. I think that's going to be a blast next year.
That will be cool.
But I'm curious though. I don't like pulling Jarnkrok out of the lineup. I actually think he's one of the guys that consistently plays well. So I'm not saying he's going to save the team, right? But I also don't think he's the issue. Max Domi has been the worst player on this team pretty much the entire year. You go on. Okay, you know how you feel about Morgan Riley?
Hold on.
Do you know how you feel about Morgan Riley?
1 second.
That's how I feel about Max Domi. But that's not how I feel about Mr. Moore for your money.
Hello.
Who has not turned on his light.
Or his mic, or his...
Hello.
I can hear him.
Good. What's up?
Turn on your light, you little doo-doo head.
Let's put
him full screen where he tries to figure out how to work a USB light. This is always entertaining.
But Jacob, I'm going to actually counter your point. There's one player who's been worse than Max Domi, but not worse in a way that you, well, like very blurry. There's one player who's been worse than, why am I so blurry? There's one player who's been worse than Max Domi. Not statistically, but to his standard. It's Austin Matthews. 100% Austin
No,
Matthews.
I don't. Max Domi is arguably one of the worst players in the NHL right now.
Max Domi's the worst player getting paid over $10 million. I mean, Austin Matthews.
I gotta try to get this to focus.
Focus on me. But Lane, and I think this is for both Lane and Key. White balance.
I don't know what.
Are you guys just in favor of Domi because of his dad? And I think that's
better?
a yes, for at least for Dan. I think Dan only likes Max Domi because of Papa.
No, I like Max Domi because he understands how important it is to be a Maple Leaf. I mean, he
No, he doesn't.
He took a hometown discount.
Oh, give me no. Do you honestly think anyone was going to give Max Domi $5-6 million or 6-7?
Chicago was going to give him 5.5.
I don't know.
Then he should have went to Chicago. Go play with Connor Bedard.
And look at those playoff games. Max Domi stepped
Did
up.
nothing.
He got to go in overtime. He was fighting. You're trying to get so amped up for this, you need energy to fight this.
Max Domi has been absolutely brutal. I really feel guys like him are part of the problem. Because Max Domi was supposed to be your he was supposed to slot into that top line. And Lane, do I feel that Austin Matthews has had a good year to his standards? No, I don't. But I thought Max Domi could be a 50, 60 point guy, and I think he'll be lucky if he gets 15.
What happened to your Marcelli guy, Jacob?
I don't think I don't get it. Berube says publicly, I like the way Marcelli's playing, and then he keeps frickin' benching him.
He scratched him one game, the last game. All the other games he's been playing.
He scratched this game again. Both Yarncroke and Marcelli are scratched to bring in Domi and Nylander. Which I get you got to bring in Nylander, but I don't understand scratching Calle Yarncroke.
Okay, I'm sorry. Calle Yarncroke started the year hot, but right now he's a -7. He's only got 4 goals with over 11 minutes of ice time.
Like he's actually been terrible. Like since that little hot streak.
Marcelli, 9 points in 22 games with over 13 minutes of ice time.
Okay, but 9 points in 22 games, Dan. That's on pace for about 40 to 45 points.
That's not terrible.
For $3.5 million. Max Domi has 6 points and he's a -13.
Yeah.
In 23 games.
More to the game.
Yeah, you're right. He adds more to the game because all he does is just completely Amber Heard the game. Yeah, you're right, Dan. He does a lot for the game. At least Marcelli isn't losing games for you. Max Domi has been a minus player in 4 of his last 5 games. That's unacceptable. And now you can't say, oh, it's because he's not playing with good players. He's been the other game they played him with Matthews and Nyes, and he was still terrible.
Oh, yeah, Matthews that's a great player.
I'm telling you one thing, if the Leafs decide to move on from Austin Matthews, there are 31 other teams who want him.
Besides of Evan Boussard, Matthews is the worst player gets paid over $10 million.
I would agree with that.
100%.
I would disagree with that.
Okay, who else?
I'd have to look exactly to figure out who, but I guarantee you I could find Elias Pettersson.
He's having a great year.
He can't get along with anybody. There's always drama.
Doesn't matter. He's having a great year. He just scored the goal of the year the other night.
Oh, that was not the goal of the year. The year has barely even started.
Okay.
What happened? We really got to dive into what's happened to Austin Matthews. All I remember is he was the best goal scorer. He got hurt in the game. He tried to go for 70, and he never looked the same.
Elias Pettersson's got 22 points in 25 games.
Erik Karlsson, 11.5. Terrible deal. Shesterkin, terrible deal at 11.5. Panarin, not having a good year, 11.64. Yes, is Austin Matthews overpaid? Sure. Is he the worst? I would take Austin Matthews over Erik Karlsson or Panarin right now. Because at least Austin Matthews, when he's not scoring, can do something else. Same with Shesterkin. You can't pay Shesterkin 11.5 and he can't out-goalie Bobrovsky.
Funny enough, though, both the Rangers and
Nurse just answered your question. He is at 9.5. Sure, Dan, they're better than Toronto. That's not setting the bar very high this year.
But I'm just saying, your points, really
my point is, when Austin Matthews has been injured, this team looks terrible.
Panarin's got 26 points.
I don't care. I don't think, but Panarin is not consistent. You go on, you care about playoff success. What playoff success has Panarin, Pettersson, McDavid, and Draisaitl have? Where are their cups?
No, I got East McDavid Draisaitl made it to the finals.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Great. You finish second till you.
And Eric Carson's a
no better
+8.
than finishing last.
I'm just
Look,
saying.
do I think Austin Matthews is over?
Okay, maybe he's the worst player getting paid over 13. Can we say that? Can we all agree he's the worst player getting paid over 13?
Sure, I think Leon Draisaitl's a better player. Like that's kind of it's out of 3 players, he's the worst out of 3. Good job.
No, you have McKinnon. You have
McKinnon gets
12.6.
McKinnon gets 12.6. Makar isn't up that high.
I think he's a high. I think there are quite a few players getting paid over 13.
Not by cap hits. I go by cap hit because that's what actually matters. You have Draisaitl, Matthews, and Kaprizov.
I think it's more on that, Jacob.
It's not. Marner gets 12, McDavid 12.5, McKinnon 12.6. If you're going to go total cash, then sure. But no, it's not. You have 3 players, Dan, who make over 13.
It's got to be more than that.
By total cap hit.
But I think we can all agree he's not a top 3 center anymore.
No, he's definitely not.
That is a fair statement.
Is Austin Matthews overpaid for what he's doing right now? Absolutely. But when you signed Austin Matthews, and you're saying, Dan, at worst overpaid over $10 million, you're telling me that Austin Matthews is worse than Jonathan Huberdeau?
Okay, I did forget about that contract.
Like, I'm sorry, guys, but, like, there's a lot of, I'd rather have him over Evan Bouchard. I'd rather have him over Drew Doughty at this stage of his career because Doughty can't stay healthy.
I don't know about that one.
Look,
Drew
I just
has
think,
1 cups.
Look, do I think Matthews is... The problem is for the Leafs, and it's weird that we're doing, this conversation's gone just a pregame show. But anyways...
But you can't.
When I look at this Leaf team, you either need to change the coaching or completely blow it up. If they can't get going by Christmas.
Christmas? I can't wait.
Lane, it's already the end of November. We're like 3 weeks out from.
I said if they don't win a game on this road game, and already they haven't.
Yeah.
If you don't win a single game on this road
They won a game on this road trip. Yes, they did. They beat Columbus.
Oh, well,
that doesn't count.
Well, what do you mean it doesn't count? You won.
I could beat Columbus.
No, you couldn't. And Dan, say what you want, but right now, you and on Joseph Woll would be the worst starting goalie in the league. Wasn't for Woll, we wouldn't even be competing in these games.
I agree. Woll's done a good job. We'll see how he does second round in playoffs if we make it that far.
Win.
I don't care. A win's a win. It's worth 2 points either way.
Well, they don't look good.
No, they really don't.
Like, look, I didn't see the other game because I was at a Burlington Cougars versus Leamington Flyers game, which was probably more entertaining.
Hey, so was I.
No, it was a decent game. I mean, Toronto played well for the most part, but again, in a fair period, it fell apart.
But I'm saying, I would say you basically have 5 court.
Okay,
you have Matthews, Nylander, Riley, Nyes, Tavares. Okay, you got 5. If you truly want to blow this team up, pick one. Get rid of the rest. Pick one. Get rid of the rest. And if you're picking one, it's probably Nyes. But then again, the issue is you can't trade Matthews. You can't trade Nylander. You can't trade Tavares. You can't trade Riley. So again, you have to fire the coach if they can't get going. Do I think firing the coach, you're going to look back later and Berube is going to take another team to a cup? Probably. Yep. He's a great coach. But at the end of the day, if it's not working, we can't just sit here twiddling with our thumbs up our butt until 28.
Can we just give this year a write-off?
No, you can't because you're only 6 points out of a playoff spot.
I mean, you could, but you better get that bottom 5 pick.
But guys, you're 6 points out of a playoff spot.
Well, they're going to be a lot more the way they're playing.
Yeah,
the good thing is no one in the East is good besides Carolina and New Jersey. Everyone sucks. Yeah. You have 2 teams in the East that I think are good this year. Are like actual legitimate contenders. Pittsburgh is not one of them either. They started off red hot, and that's who the Leafs are playing tonight. But like Pittsburgh's really dropped. Pittsburgh was leading their division. Now they're first wild card.
Right.
Like, guys, if the Leafs win this game, which I don't know if they will, but if they do, they're 4 points out of a playoff spot. You can't call the season a write-off yet.
I get that, but you're just at the point where do you believe if this team goes on a 10-15 game winning streak, do you still believe this core group is going to make you deep in the playoff one? I said
but
no.
Dan, look at the teams that have won lately, or at least got far.
Mhm.
Edmonton was terrible until this point in the season last year. They were god-awful.
That's true.
St. Louis, when they won their cup, going into January, they were dead last in the West.
Mm-hmm.
They made the playoffs, and then they got in.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I just look at this team, and I don't, you have to have more faith in a team that's made the playoffs 8 or 9 years in a row. Like, for example, I have zero faith in the Buffalo Sabres, and they only have one less point than the Maple Leafs.
I just look at this team. Yeah.
But the Buffalo Sabres have never done anything. So if the Buffalo Sabres have never done anything, I'm not expecting them to do anything. Do I have faith in this Leaf team to go on a cup run? Absolutely not. I have zero faith in this team to make a cup run. But I have faith in this team that they'll find a way to make the playoffs and make me angry after the first or second round. Because, like, I think you
should just take that racket out and hit your head for like 3 minutes and get out of the way right now.
Hey, I'm still calling it that this team will make the playoffs. And Key makes a great point here. That look, I'm way behind in our hockey pool. I'm not calling myself out of it yet. I'm just gonna have to set alarms to remember to actually make my damn picks. But at the end of the day,
I reminded him today.
But at the end of the day, I'm not counting myself out on that yet. Like,
should do it right now.
We're way too
do it now on the air. Let's go.
We're way too early in the season. If we were in the West, like for example, the Calgary Flames, right, are the second worst team in the West, and actually they're still only 6 points out of a playoff spot.
Right.
So even Calgary, you can't count the Flames out yet.
I get the
Predators are 7 points out of a playoff spot. Are you saying there is no chance in hell Nashville will make the playoffs?
Yes, they're done.
They're 7 points out. That you can't.
I'm not saying we're completely done yet.
Guys, the Winnipeg Jets aren't even in the playoffs right now. You're saying the Jets have zero chance of making the playoffs?
Don't forget,
like, it's tough. It's the difference. Now, mind you, I would say the difference is for teams like the Jets, the Blackhawks.
The best Canadian team on our pre-record.
I said the best was Ottawa.
That's right. I said Montreal. Lane said Winnipeg.
But when I look, though, for example, right now, you're telling me the Oilers, the Jets, the Bruins, Panthers, Red Wings, Islanders, Sharks, and Blackhawks, you are 100% guaranteed they're not going to make the playoffs, according to you guys. We may as well not play the rest of the season. Those teams should give up.
That. I'm just saying.
If you're saying the Leafs should write off their season now, you are saying that.
No, I'm not saying that they should, but I'm saying they're getting to the point, if they don't turn around soon, they're going to start asking that question. And
that's why I say,
even if they make the playoffs, is this team going to do anything in the playoffs? If they barely win in the regular season, how they expect to win in the playoffs?
But we have seen year in, year out, regular season means nothing as long as you can get there.
Right.
The Leafs won the division last year, and they still...
Max Domi's the type of player I see making a difference in the playoffs.
When? How many years has Max Domi been here?
He did last year.
What did he do besides... Okay, you know what? Sure, Dan, let's go down memory lane. Let's look at Max Domi's playoff stats from last year.
Yeah.
Max Domi actually had an okay playoff. 7 points, and he was a +2 in 13 games.
And those are the type of guys that you want, like Sam Bennett, like Max Domi. So
you cannot compare Max Domi to Sam Bennett.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
You just did.
He's bad right now, but you want that sandpaper style of player in the playoffs.
Dan, I'm sorry, but Max.
I know what he's trying to say.
Agrees with me.
I know what he's trying to say.
I get what you're trying to say, but you're wrong.
No, I'm
because
not.
Max Domi, the only sandpaper he does is take stupid penalties. It's not like Max Domi's going out there and throwing nice hits and sending a message. No, he's being a little pansy. And then every now and then he'll have a fight. He'll be like, I'm like my papa. Like, no, you're not. No one's afraid of Max Domi. I wouldn't even be afraid of Max Domi, and I'm out of shape. Nobody is afraid of. Do you honestly think Zadorov was scared when Max Domi came up to him?
No, but I give him credit for doing it.
That, by your logic, then, Dan, Dakota Mermis should get 30 minutes a game.
No, but
pretty good.
Mermis has
But if
really
Dakota
stepped
Mermis,
it
he's
up.
the one that's doing all these fights. It's not Max Domi.
I give Mermis a lot of credit. You and
So
I
why
both
do I need
saw
Max
him
Domi if I can have a bottom six defenseman do the same thing and not turn the puck over every 3 seconds?
because you rather have a forward take a 5-minute penalty than a defenseman.
Not really, because Max Domi was
Yeah,
supposed to be your top line winger.
Well, he's not. But I'm just saying.
But
I
the problem is
still want him on
he
the
can't
team.
play on the top line in the wing. God knows you can't play him at center because he's hopeless at center because he's not defensively responsible. And a third line role, you don't really know what to use him for because his playmaking ability doesn't really work with dump and chase kind of guys. There's nowhere to put him in this lineup.
I also think Max Domi is a great asset to have on your second power play unit, but our power play is
never mind the
terrible.
power play. The power play is a whole other discussion.
I think I said it last year. I think Mark Savard should have been fired as the power play coach at the end of last year. I like Mark Savard as a guy. He was a great player, but as a power play coach, he is terrible.
Look, he's pointing out that the Bruins are terrible. Bruins are lucky to be above 500. We're by far the worst team with that record.
Yeah.
Man, you got to wonder how Boston feels watching Marchand putting up a point per game in Florida. Marchand's killing it in Florida.
Do you know I don't understand with the Bruins? I don't understand why Patrice Bergeron retired when he did.
Because he's old, Dan.
He still had years in the tank.
Doesn't a lot of players don't want to retire? Dan, do you want to work to your 85?
If I like my job, sir.
I don't. I want to retire by 60.
I'll be doing his podcast till I'm 85. Look at Don Terry. He did it right till he's 91.
My day-to-day job, I hope I can retire by 60 at the latest. So I can still enjoy life. These hockey players, they're getting banged up. It's the same thing we see in football. They don't want to play that as long because, you know what? They don't want to I like soup when their careers are done. But guys, at the end of the day, I mean, this is the biggest issue as Leaf fans. I'm even going to call myself out. I'm here hooting and hollering about Max Domi. Whether Max Domi starts playing brilliant or terrible, it's not going to fix this team. This team needs a lot of work. And the thing is, too, we've seen it. The goaltending's been good of late. The defensive structure, I think, has been better. Not great.
A lot of credit. He basically made Philip Myers hell of a job.
Myers is in the lineup tonight because Benoit has a family matter he has to attend to.
Right, but I'm saying if it wasn't for that, I mean, last year this would have been Myers' spot, right? And Mernis has really outplayed him. So yeah, I give him credit for that. I think Mernis is one of the positive things you can look out of this team for this whole year. And I'm saying as seventh defenseman, it shouldn't really be one of your positive notes, but it is. There's been a lot of injuries with Chris Tanev and Brandon Carwell, and Mernis has done an excellent job being, let's be honest, mostly an AHL defenseman his whole career. Not slamming him, I'm just saying what it is. He's mostly an AHL defenseman for his career, and he's not a terrible reliability on the ice. You're putting him on
you know what? Another guy,
you're paying him over 15 minutes a game. He is blocking shots. He's hitting. He's fighting. He's doing everything he possibly can to help his team win. And if the other players like Matthews, like Domi, like insert name here, took a page out of Mermis's book, this team would be a lot better team.
I'm curious if you guys agree with me or not. I kind of think the Leafs made the same mistake the Oilers did. They lost too many of their bottom six guys, and the ones they replaced them with just haven't worked.
Why did the Leafs resign Connor Brown?
Guys, hold on. So you lost Alex Steves.
Yep.
You lost Fraser Mitten.
Yep.
I understand they let David Kempf go for no apparent reason, but you lost David Kempf.
Yep.
And the guys that you've replaced them with are not performing. Dakota Joshua has not been what the Leafs were hoping. No. Marcelli's been okay. I know, Dan, you're going on. He's the worst player to ever touch ice. I think he's been serviceable. Easton Cowan. This is his second
I like Easton Cowan.
I think he's actually looked pretty good. I'm a fan of Easton Cowan right now. 7 points. He's a +1. Was a -3 against the Capitals, but overall. But I look at guys like Fraser Mitten, and you traded to get Brandon Carlo. I thought that trade would age poorly in 3 years, not in 3 seconds. As soon as that trade was made, it looked bad. Brandon Carlo was never fit. I actually think you flip Brandon Carlo depending on how this is by the new year. The Leafs are going to have to look at that. And if they feel their cup or bust, are they content with just barely making the playoffs? If you can sell assets to make yourself better next year,
Well,
again, we're talking too early.
Well, I know it sounds crazy, but I look at a salary cap world, and you look at Brandon Carroll's salary cap versus someone like Murness, and if you're confident that Murness can take over that spot and save you $5 million, you can probably get the top 6 forward.
And do you have a favorite college hockey team?
Like the college I go to?
I'm going to take the Sioux Lakers. Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. Used to cover them back in the day. Not sure if they're any good this year or not, but
I mean, great question, Key, but I'm sorry to embarrass Seneca. I don't know on top of my head.
It means your school.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I know that looks bad, but I honestly don't know.
Your college, brother.
I honestly don't know.
Dan, you know what? We'll have to do some research. And actually, if you guys want us to talk more Canadian youth sports, we'd be down learning them.
100%.
Like, I know the Guelph Griffins have a great program, and they also have women's hockey at the youth sports level as well, which is interesting. PWHL season, I was watching some of that today. Don't like the graphics package in the PWHL personally. That's a whole other conversation.
I was watching lacrosse yesterday.
I just look at this at the Leafs, and you know how the Oilers, they kept getting rid of bottom 6 guys, and the ones they replaced them just aren't clicking. Look at we can even go all the way back to like when they had Ryan O'Reilly and Noah Chari, and I'm even going to say this too, Luke Shen, Ilya Lyubushkin. You're starting to wonder maybe if they just left this team alone a little bit longer. And yeah, it's calling for another Leaf comedy tonight. Yeah, you know what? I could see this being another blowout game, truthfully. The Penguins are a team that's so hit and miss, but I don't know if this team can stop Crosby right now.
I just look at it, is Machari the problem of his team? No, but that was the one kind of big splash he did in the offseason.
Dan, they made a lot of moves in the offseason.
No, but I'm saying that was the biggest one. And if you look at it,
so.
Okay, that was the biggest one. You look at someone like Connor Brown. Yeah, he's got the same amount of points, but he did it in a lot less games. You look at someone like Corey Perry, 13 points in 18 games. These two guys get paid the same.
Corey Perry would not have came to Toronto.
You never know. They get paid the same $3.54 million as Machari does, and they're both outperforming him.
But Dan, that's simple. But they're also on completely different teams. You don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, they're on better teams.
I don't know if necessarily inserting Corey Perry and taking out Marcelli makes this team a cup contender.
Losing team.
And look, I do agree here. I think maybe from Wilder, maybe it is time to start to blow this team up. You have to, the way they're playing, you have to at least consider it.
Blow it up.
So maybe this is one soon. We need to boot up NHL 26, and we need to look at what we would do if we could blow this team up.
Yeah,
it's tough. Your hands are so tied. And it's tough too. You traded you let like Alex Steves. All we wanted was a one-way contract. Just give it to him.
Yeah,
he's been killing it in Boston.
Done great. Look at the game-winning goal the other day in overtime in Boston. Steves assisted by Fraser Mitten. Both former Leafs won the game.
I'm telling you, I never would have traded Fraser Mitten.
Yeah.
Oh, there's an interesting one too. So, Woe to Edmonton for a boatload. You know what? If depending how Toronto goes this year, Woe would be the missing piece in Edmonton. Just a solid goalie. Not a superstar, but he can stop a beach ball.
And we got Hilteby in the future. I think Hilteby's looking pretty good in the limited NHL action he's had this year. I think he's looked good in the Maris.
I'm going to say, okay, what loss was funnier? The Tampa 7-1 loss to the Rangers or the Oilers 8-3 to the Stars? I'm saying the Oilers. Yeah, man, this Oilers team, that's gosh. Never mind. We talked about the best Canadian teams. Maybe we need to talk about two of the most disappointing teams in the NHL this year, because Toronto and Edmonton would be probably in the top 5.
Oh, I would say so.
Like they're both just oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, boys. Leaf game's just about to get underway. Are you expecting a Leafs victory tonight, or you think
No.
they're losing back to back?
Back-to-back losses.
I think they're going to pull it off. I know it sounds crazy, but
Yeah, Dan, you're
Pittsburgh.
crazy.
Good point too about the young Russian goalie in the Marlies too.
Yeah,
He's really
I
sharp.
can't think of his name at the top of my head.
Dr. Mayoff.
Yes, that's it. But he's really good too, 100%. We've seen him play a game or two in the Marlies, and he looks really good. I think Toronto's going to come off of a victory. I think Joseph Woll has played very, very well.
I don't even. Is Woll even playing today? You think it'd be Hildeby, no?
Well, even Hildeby. I think Hildeby's been playing very well too.
Has to be Hildeby. Well played last night.
And from what I heard, was peppered last night.
I think it might be kind of a shootout type of game. I could see Willie's playing, helping Willie my Willie jersey right now. Yeah, I think it's going to be a shootout type of game. I can see Toronto winning this one like 5-4 or something like that.
No, that's been the only thing too, right? You're not getting great goaltending in Pittsburgh right now. Between Tristan Jarry, I believe, is back. Shelov's been okay. I think he's been pretty good for considering you traded X0 for him. No idea why Edmonton just didn't trade Kane for Shelov. That's literally just what I know. Lane, you and I had that discussion right when that Kane train happened.
Yeah, literally.
And yeah, I could see Stolarz potentially being on the move. I hate to say it, guys. I think the Leafs are losing again. Domi on the top line. He turns the puck over when he's bored. Robertson, for some reason, is now down on the fourth line. I have no idea why.
A good game tonight.
Robertson's been playing really well, and you move him down. They don't use their third line correctly. Still, I don't. But Robertson doesn't work in a fourth line role.
No,
like Domi on the top line. I think the comment section puts it perfectly. Domi, LOL. He can't. He's not a top line guy. I'd rather see Bobby McMahon up there at Matthews and Nye. Just have them banging some people around.
I really like Bobby. He's a very player.
I'd rather have Dakota Joshua on the top line right now than Max Domi, and that's saying something. Joshua's not been good.
No, but
you got Stetcher playing with McCabe on defense. I don't know, guys. I honestly think Pittsburgh's just going to kind of run them over.
Stetcher doesn't look that bad.
He doesn't look that bad, but he's certainly not a second level defenseman.
No, second pairing.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm kind of on Lane's side here. I think Pittsburgh's going to dummy him. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I honestly want to see this team turn it around. They're not even playing well. Even the games they're winning, like that game against Columbus, they got their butts kicked. It was just because of Joseph Woll.
For sure, yeah, 100%.
And luckily, Columbus going offside. You put those two together, they won off luck.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, look, I don't know, guys. I don't have faith in this team. And until this team goes on a bit of a run, I'm not counting the year out, obviously. But, yeah, and again, I really like the idea of putting McMahon on the top line. And the Leafs might get a point, maybe. Yeah, maybe they can. Maybe if Hildeby can play, be the Hilda Beast, as people call him, maybe he can kind of be a difference maker. But I don't like the line combinations tonight. I just don't like this team. Until this team plays, I'm not even saying win a bunch of games in a row, but until they start to play well for a bunch of games in a row, I don't have any faith. I'm not writing the season off either. I know that's a weird stance to have. I can't write it off.
Early to call it off completely, but once we get into like January, then it's like, okay.
Look, it could be before January. If by mid-December they've only won 2 games from here to mid-December, the season's done.
2 games. Oh my God.
Dan, they're playing win 1, lose 5 right now. Like this team's bad with a capital B.
Wow.
And maybe it is new management. I don't know if it's Tree Living. It didn't do a good job in Calgary. He's apparently not doing a very good job here.
Yeah.
Because he swung for the fences to get a mediocre defenseman and a fourth-line center and thought that was going to get us to beat Florida.
I think it's more him as the problem as the coaching. The coaching can only work with what the GM put together.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, if I wouldn't be blaming coaching if they were playing hard and well, but they're just losing by being outskilled.
Yeah, kind of like Calgary.
Calgary, when I watch the Flames, I think they're doing a lot of things right. They're just not a good team. Does that
That's
make
not the
sense?
skill.
Calgary's not a good team, but I watch them play and I'm like, they're playing hard.
They got a
They
good
just-
system.
I'm just going to put it out. Calgary just sucks. They're playing hard, but between Dustin Wolf being in a sophomore slump and the team lacking talent, they can't win.
This is the year you have to go
They're
up
playing right. Toronto is not. They're not playing hard. They're not playing right. They're just kind of going through the motions. And when you have Austin Matthews and William Nylander part of the leadership group who both just don't seem to care.
Oh, I don't think that's true about Nylander.
If you're going to call out Matthews, you got to call out Nylander.
Why? For being one of the best players in the league?
He's really slowed down, Dan, in the last 3 weeks.
No, he hasn't. Even that game against Columbus, he got the assist for the game-tying goal and got the game-winning goal.
And look, I agree with Wilder here. It's hard to find a trade that Tree Living has made that's worked.
Yeah.
I mean, Scott Lawton's been okay. I think he does what you want him to do, but you gave up way too much for him. Brandon Carlos sucks. Hopefully you can trade him just because he's a right-handed big defenseman. Someone will overpay for him again.
I guess the only thing you can say with the Mitch Marner situation, at least he got something in return. But
sure,
even if it was Waugh, I think he deserves more ice time. But even Waugh hasn't been a great fit here, unfortunately.
He really hasn't. But
I guess
Dan, I know you like Nylander, and I like Nylander. He is a game breaker, but you have to admit, from the way the season started to now, I mean, he does have points in 4 of his last 5. It's just he seems quieter on the
over most games he's getting over 2 points a game. He's on pace of 1.5 points every game. I don't know what more do you want from him.
I'd like to see more effort on the defensive side,
but he's not a defensive player. Are you going to complain about Ovechkin backtracking? Oh yeah,
yes,
he is goal scorer.
Yes, because when they had Barry Trotz, Ovechkin backchecked, and they won a cup.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and Roy was basically, Waugh was basically a freebie. And Dan, I like Nylander, but the Willie being a flake, it is a common take on Nylander. He just doesn't. There's a reason why you will never compare William Nylander to Sidney Crosby, right?
I just don't think
the point numbers are very comparable. There's a reason why when you argued with me, a long time ago, that Ovechkin was better than Crosby, I said you were nuts. Because at the end of the day, Crosby is the type of player that wins. Mind you, he's never won without Marc-Andre Fleury, and yet people say goaltending isn't that important. But I like Nylander. William Nylander is one of my favorite players on this team, but he does need to step it up on both ends of the ice. He does. Yeah, he's great offensively, but he's got to be better defensively. There's no ifs or buts about it, and he's got to be harder on the puck. Because if William Nylander put in a full effort every game, he'd probably be a 110-point player.
That's what he's on pace to do right now.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
He's got 31 points in 20 games. That's not 100.
Do the math. It's way about 110 on an 82 game season. It's way about 110 points.
Mind you, he's not playing 82 games.
Right. But I guarantee you, do the math. It's on pace to do about 110 points.
Doing the math right now.
Because not every time.
Okay, you're right. He's on pace for 127 points, which he's not going to hit.
No, I get that because he's not playing 82 games. That's why I'm saying he's going to finish about 105, 110.
And absolutely, Crosby's a stud. But I'd rather have Nylander get 90 points and not give up on some shifts, right? That's kind of my give and take.
Look at Captain Underpants. We've seen him give up on.
But Austin Matthews is good defensively.
To be better defensively, which is cute. But is it winning us games? No.
But Nylander, we're not winning games now.
Their franchise star player is going to be a defensive specialist.
Oh, Canada. So I'd say since it's anthem time, I just want to show you guys Lane's face in the comments because Lane's just such a nice looking man. Since it's anthem time, I think we sign off for now. We are going to come back for a post-game show though.
Yeah.
And potentially having a special guest.
Really?
That Dan and Lane don't even know about. He's a viewer of the show. I'll put it that way.
Could be Santa.
Oh, looks like Wilder agrees with you, Lane, about Morgan Riley. Mind you, I am of the opinion if you're going to blow the team up, actually blow it up. No more of this. Just change the bottom 6 for the 20th time.
Yeah, exactly.
But on that bombshell, We will be back for a post-game show. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us at the Analyst Desk. Looking for more Analyst Desk content, follow us on all the social medias as we post shorts, random graphics that I create, and all that fun jazz. So thank you very much for watching. Ian, you're right, Wilder. It's very cool that we're going to be back for a post-game show because I don't like to turn on the furnace. That's why Dan always wears long sleeves.
I'm wearing a jersey.
He wants to leave the comment for the last show, and we will, at the end of the show, we'll talk after the game. Absolutely. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. We'll be back. And remember, always join us at the Analyst Desk where every day feels like game day.
Bye-bye.